are Commanders. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Washington Commanders football team. We've got a new slogan. Yeah, we took it on, farmers. The fact of the matter is, we are Commanders. Boy, it gets better every time. I tell you guys. Hey, like I always tell you guys from Rally Captain, you rep it hard, but don't rep it all. It's your boy Rally Captain, and we are Commanders. I love it, guys. Take care. We are Commanders.
Man, that just never gets old, bro. That just never.
Over here muting me and shit.
I had to. There was sound coming. There was a weird sound. So that just never gets old, bro. That just never gets old.
Never will.
I mean, dude, I've been getting so many comments on that video. Did you see that video yet?
I have not.
Oh my God. You know what? For a segment of this show, I'm going to bring up the comments in that, and I want you to see them.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
I said maybe.
Yeah, but good. So, give me your thoughts about the Commander's name, bro. Give me your thoughts.
It's fucking stupid.
And what name would you given them?
Literally almost anything else. Like Red Wolves, the Badgers. Hell, I would have even gone with the Judges. The Washington Judges.
For me, you know what I would have given them? It's the Washington Lambs.
The Washington Lambs.
Mary had a Washington Lamb. Washington Lamb. Washington Lamb.
No, it's just so fucking stupid, man. Like, they've had, 3 years to think of a name?
2.
3 years.
2.
And the best they could do is Commanders. The most generic fucking name that even an AAFL team has it.
Yeah, I said it was an XFL name.
No, that's a AAFL name, which is the new Upstart Football League.
Yeah, I know, but it's an XFL league team name, I feel like.
It's just generic. Even XFL team names had fucking, were actually decent.
We are Commanders. Oh my God. It's just it's so freaking funny. But for the first topic, I want to talk about Brian Flores and everything that's been going on with Brian Flores. And so, do you think he's going to coach? Because apparently he's a front runner for the Texans right now, from what I've been hearing.
He's going to be the front runner for no fucking team as long as he's in the middle of a lawsuit. Especially when he is suing the company that he would be then trying to employ for. Flores, at minimum, will not be getting any coaching jobs till the lawsuit is over and done with. But it's more than likely he's going to be blackballed from the league for this outcry of his. It does seem like his lawsuit has definitely caught the attention of the higher-ups, though. A report from Schefter came out about 7 hours ago with a memo from Goodell to all the teams in the NFL saying that he finds the results of the lack of diversity amongst the coachings to be unacceptable. So at the very minimum, it's starting to get the higher-ups to look deeper into this, and hopefully we'll see some actual action taken against it. But I would not be surprised if Flores doesn't coach again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm keep on bringing up the Colin Kaepernick situation and how they just brushed that off to the side, and now Colin Kaepernick is nowhere to be found. So I feel
here's the big difference between the two, though. There's a huge difference between Kaepernick and Flores. Kaepernick, when he was cut, I'm sure the kneeling thing was definitely part of it, but he was also starting to be on the decline in his ability, and I believe that was one of his worst years at that time as a quarterback was the year he got cut. And now everyone keeps saying that he's not in the league because, they blackball him, this and that. He's not in the league because he can't perform at a starter level anymore. That's why.
Yeah.
But Flores has proven to be a huge, competent coach that can lead teams, even that teams that are not built to win, towards success. And I definitely think the loss of Flores is going to be much more significant than the loss of Kaepernick, because Flores was a guy that could have been the future of the league at the head coach position.
Right. But for me, it's like the reason I'm saying it is because it's like the one most recent memories, because not a lot of stuff is being called out. Now there is with like Ryan Flores, and now the Giants, or not the Giants, the Dolphins were like trying to give them $100K for tanking. And the same thing with the Browns now. It's like that they should be punished for that. Like, take away all their draft picks for the next 2 years. Like, that kind of shit. Like, would you do that?
I don't know. I just don't know even know anymore, man. I definitely think a lot of teams need to take a step back and look at the hirings they've done. Like, there's definitely been some questionable hirings over the past couple of years. And there's better people that haven't been in the league for years that could have done, like Caldwell. Caldwell is one of the few people who's actually managed to get Detroit to the playoffs. And he hasn't seen a job since he got fired. If I remember correctly, he got fired after a winning season as well.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
I believe he had a winning season when he got fired, but...
Who, Flores?
No, Caldwell. I know he had a winning record when he got fired.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where, I would have loved to see what Caldwell could have done with Jacksonville instead of Urban Meyer, because now Jacksonville has essentially destroyed any chemistry and any progression done for their players, especially their young players.
You know who's their head coach now, right?
Huh?
You know who their head coach now is, right?
Yep, I know.
How do you feel about that?
I guess we'll just transition to that as the next topic of, it's fine. It's one of those things where I'm glad he's got a job again. It's just a question of, will he have the right staff around him to help him elevate the players around him?
So, here's my thing about the whole thing about Doug, right? People are like, Mitch, how are you going to be if he does really good, right? And same thing goes for Jonathan Gannon. I'll be happy for them. Like, seriously, I want everyone to do well in this league. It's hard. Everything in the NFL is hard. So I want them to do well. I want them to succeed. Like for Jonathan Gannon, for example, and we're going to talk about this later on. If he was just not good for us, in my opinion. I know he did turn a leaf. I know he did change some things, and he was able to get our defense in the top 10. But for me, it's like, if you don't do good here, I want you to do good somewhere else. I want you to do good all the time. And people are like, Mitch, with these Eagles fans, they're going to be so mad if he does good. Are you one of those people? Like, let's say Jonathan Gannon becomes the head coach for the Texans.
No.
Right?
I'll never be mad, because I've been saying since the beginning that I don't fully understand the hate for Gannon.
I'm
not going to say Gannon played perfectly, did the best job every single game this season. Obviously, far from the stretch, but there has been so many times this past season that the only reason we were in most of those games was because of our defense. And it's not just individual players making up for bad schemes and whatnot. It's because the entire defense was doing its job. And that deserves credit for the defensive coach who's making sure all those plays are done and for making adjustments when he had to. Now, if he goes off to be Texans head coach and he does great, I'm happy for him. I'm never going to wish bad on the guy. That's absolutely dumb to wish bad on the guy getting a head coaching job. People can want him gone, that's fine, but you should never wish anyone to fail like that.
Right. Yeah, I just don't understand why people are like, they hold a grudge, right? Now, there's some players who leave the Eagles, they do well. Like Rasul Douglas, he did well. I can name.
Rasul Douglas has done well this past season. He did not do well everywhere else.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He did well this season. So, I'm just saying, people are like, we could have had him and look what happened. I'm like, you don't know that. You don't know how well they're going to develop here. I mean, I can't believe I'm not going to bring up number 25 now. But, yeah, I just hate people like that who still hold a grudge to this day. Like, people are still mad that Nick Foles is gone. I'm like, he won the Super Bowl. I'm grateful. Let him do well in Chicago. But if I were him, I want to go to Jacksonville and be the backup to Trevor Lawrence. That's just me. You get what I'm getting at?
I guess so. It's a complicated situation over there in Jacksonville right now, especially with a brand new head coach coming in. I really don't think they're going to be bringing in another quarterback. I think the only one they're going to bring in is just a body, so in case something happens to Lawrence, they have someone else to step up. I don't think they're going to do the mentorship thing because I don't feel like there's any good older quarterbacks on the market that would be a good fit for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's a tough spot to be in, especially when you lose an entire year of not only, progression and learning, but an entire year of not even be able to try and fully connect with your team because of how much stuff was going on behind the scenes. So I think this year, I think Doug's probably going to be looking at trying to mend some of the rifts that might have been made between staff and players. He's going to try and make sure everyone's on the same page, and at that point, going to try to just develop individual skills. How well that's going to go, we'll have to see. But all I know is that there's going to be a whole lot of mess that Jacksonville has to fix right now before they can start progressing forward.
Yeah. I mean, for me, honestly, I think I told you this. To me, Trevor Lawrence is overrated. I mean, I've been saying that for years. To me, he's just overrated. So with the new head coach who did well developing quarterbacks like Carson Wentz, Nick Foles, maybe he can do well with Trevor Lawrence. But to me, he's still overrated.
I mean, I think we'll find out how true that is coming up this season. Like, they have a coach that had winning seasons, I think, in all but one of his seasons that he was a head coach. I don't think Pederson had but one losing season with his time with us.
7-9, 13-3, 97, 97, 4, 11, 1.
Okay, but even then, like, he's a guy that can get a team far, and he can put together, like, a lot more wins than they had this past season. So I think if ever there was a chance for Lawrence to prove what his skill floor and ceiling are, it will be this upcoming season. He has an actual head coach that has at least a somewhat decent record and has a good idea on how to try and create decent bonds with his players.
You want to hear something funny? I don't know if you know this, but Jacksonville's interviewing Matt Nagy as offensive coordinator.
Well, then I feel bad for every single Jaguars fan if they have to deal with Nagy as the OC. Because we saw how well that went with the Bears when he was calling offensive plays.
Yeah. And you want to hear something else that's funny? Adam Gase is being interviewed as offensive coordinator for the Patriots.
Oh, stop.
I'm not joking. Does this look like I'm joking? Yes, Adam Gase is getting interviewed for the offensive coordinator position for Jacksonville. I mean, for Patriots. Your thoughts?
I'm sorry, I got distracted by something. Did you see this quote by Hoop Central 2 hours ago about Doc Rivers trading for Seth Curry?
Is it on Twitter?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Ready? Here's the quote for you.
No. I want to look it up, but you can say it.
I didn't see crap in Seth. I just wanted to see my daughter more, see my grandkids. I mean, if he was a bum, I still got to see my grandkids.
Oh my god, I just see that. I want to see the replies to this.
Doc Rivers, man.
People are calling him a W. If you can't see that this is a joke, Seth and Simmons for Harden. I'm not giving up Seth for Harden, and we're going to talk about that later. Yo, Earl Cole, how's it going, man? Thanks for popping in. Well, yeah, I mean, Doc Rivers. That's all I got to say. But for me,
Doc Rivers be wildin'.
Give me your thoughts on Adam Gase being interviewed for offensive coordinator for the Patriots.
I mean, if anyone's going to get him straight, it will be Belichick. I think Belichick can honestly make any single coach work in any position. It's just a matter how do they work outside of New England. Because the only one that comes to my mind that worked under Belichick that actually went on to have some success was Flores.
Yeah.
Because was the wannabe Bill Belichick who was over in Detroit. I forget his name. The guy with the giant bushy beard.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but you know who I'm talking about, though, right?
Yes.
Like, he got canned, and he was awful. In fact, I think Gase might have actually worked in New England before, if I remember correctly.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, and so how that went, it's just very few. Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien went on to have a little bit of success, but overall, he was a flat-out failure.
Yep.
It's just so many of these guys just after being with Bill Belichick think they can be the next him by trying to mimic him. Brian Flores is one of the few guys who actually went on to be his own man and saw success from it. And, that's all you can really say about it. It's like, just that.
Yeah. So, a lot of the teams need new quarterbacks. So, who do you think will be the quarterback for the Steelers?
That is a interesting question, to say the least. Honestly, I think it might be Haskins.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say why I think it's Haskins, because I don't believe the Steelers have a lot of cap room, if any at all, right now.
Okay.
I do believe Juju's contract also ran out at the end of the season. And
so you think they trade Juju for
I don't even think they trade Juju. I think they're going to use what cap space they have left to try and hold on to him. But I don't really see any. I haven't heard any good noise about many of the quarterbacks coming out of this draft. And I think they're going to try and hold on to what draft capital they have left to try and build towards the future now that the team's going to be slowly, if not already, entering a rebuild stage. So I think I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they try and rock with Dwayne Haskins for a season or two, see how he does. If the Steelers think that they can, develop him and fix everything that was wrong with him when he was with Washington, then cool. But if not, then they get another year. They sell all their draft picks, and they can replace them. It's just one of those things where I don't feel like there's any good quarterbacks besides Deshaun Watson that you want to trade for. And Watson is still a very fiery topic because there's still a lot of unknowns regarding him.
Yeah. So for me, I got a couple in mind. Thank you, Earl. I saw your tweet. Thank you. I really appreciate that, man. Really do. Thank you. I got a couple in mind. One, Jimmy Garoppolo. He's on a training block. I really think he'll be good in Pittsburgh. That's one. Two, Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers will be good. They're a quarterback away. And, yeah, I think Rodgers will be good for the Steelers.
I'm going to disagree there. I don't think they're a quarterback away.
I mean, who else do they need? Yo, what's up? What's up, Nate? What's good, Slay? Yo, Nate said, what's up, dude?
I want to actually look. If their cap situation is not as bad as I think it is, then...
Who are you talking about? The Steelers? Or
yes, the Steelers.
Yo, Nate said, what's good, dude?
What's going on, Nate?
I see you, Slay, not saying what's good to Tyler. Wow.
Wow, Nate.
No, that was Slay.
Or Slay, excuse me.
A Giants fan said, what's good to you?
Wait, are they actually 41? Are they actually 41 million under?
Who, the Steelers? Yeah.
They're 40, so that means they have 41 million cap space to work with.
Yes.
Okay, then I take it back. Yes, they should get Aaron Rodgers. No, I don't know what I thought they were a lot closer to the cap threshold than that. I thought they had a lot of money.
No. The only team I think is close, not over, but close. God, I forget the team name.
I'm actually looking this up.
Oh.
I get a good idea what all the cap.
Now Slay said, what's good?
About time, Slay. God.
God dang, Slay. Okay. So you agree with me now?
Okay, so after looking this up on the tracker,
shout out to the 8 people in the chat. Really much
Steelers
appreciated.
Have 32 mil, a little over 32 mil in cap space.
Who?
The Pittsburgh Steelers have 32 million, roughly 32 mil in cap space.
Yes. All right. So for me, okay, we gotta go another way, another team, and that's the Giants. Okay. Do you think they're gonna?
Dude, the Giants are fucked.
Do you think they're gonna stay with the Daniel Jones, or you think they're gonna go out?
They don't have a fucking choice, my dude.
So you don't want them to trade for Russell Wilson?
My dude, they don't have a choice. They're already 10 mil over the cap. They ain't trading for nobody. They ain't got the cap room to do it.
That is true. I forgot about that.
So unless they're about to be making some major moves, which would mean they're getting rid of Saquon and probably some of their wideouts, they ain't making no moves for no quarterbacks this offseason.
Okay.
So, the Giants are going to have to do really good in the draft for the next couple of years because...
hold on one second. I'll be right back.
So I shall entertain the crowd as best I can. So just as a little bit of a heads up, the bottom 5 in the cap room so far is the New Orleans Saints at negative 76 mil, the Packers at negative 46 mil, Dallas Cowboys at negative 21, Minnesota at negative 14, and then the Giants at negative 10. Half of the NFC East has some of the worst, has no cap space at all without getting rid of some of these players. And with this offseason approaching, it's definitely going to be troublesome, especially for a team like the Cowboys, who essentially this was their year to push for that Super Bowl. But now they're 21 mil over the cap. They have a whole bunch of players that they cannot re-sign, and they don't have the money to re-sign most of these guys. So a lot of them are going to wind up walking to find a new team. So it's not looking great for them next season. But on the topic of Green Bay, or not Green Bay, excuse me, Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers, now that I'm more informed and correctly informed, Pittsburgh Steelers definitely a likely landing spot. They being a lot of cap to do it, unless the Rodgers finds a way to make the deal more team-friendly. But I'm sure they would be able to work something out there. Another one that could be interesting would be to the Broncos. They still got $40 million cap space. They definitely need a quarterback, and I feel like they get a couple of decent pieces on offense, they could be there in the playoff mix. Who else we got here? The Bucks. Buccaneers still have a great team around them. I believe they still have most of their guys under contract too. I think they just had to make a little bit more space so this way they could take Rodgers' contract on, but then they'd be right back in playoff contention again. There's definitely a couple of decent landing spots, and I guess I'll get started on Russell Wilson before Mr. Mitch gets back.
I'm right here.
About time. So, Russell Wilson, where do you see him going?
But for me, before I get into Russell Wilson, did you talk about the Niners?
Oh, what, Jimmy G?
Yeah.
I did not talk. I was going to get to Jimmy G after that. I just feel like.
Oh,
Jimmy
okay.
G's
So
not
Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Denver. I can see Denver. They're really one quarterback away.
I feel like
They
their
are
offense isn't
one
that
quarterback
great.
away.
If they get some decent weapons in the draft, I can maybe agree with that, but I don't think they're a quarterback away from being Super Bowl bound.
Yeah. So, I'm going to hate bringing up this, but knowing Howie Roseman, bro.
Okay. This is what I'm going to say about this.
And let me he was looking at Malik Willis during the Senior Bowl practices. He was there looking at Malik Willis, and I don't want that to happen.
Listen, if they're taking Malik Willis, it won't be with a high round pick. It'll be like a mid to late round pick at best, and they would be getting him in just so this way there's a little bit more competition at the QB spot. It wouldn't be one of those things where they're bringing him in because they don't trust Hurts. They'd be bringing him in just so this way they have someone there in case shit happens, and so this way if Hurts doesn't work out, they still have a guy under contract that they could possibly use while they find their next guy. That's all they be doing with Willis. With Russell Wilson, though, if Roseman could work out a deal that will not eat up our great draft position, so if they could do it with only like one of these picks and then throw in a player or two, I would be fine with it. Because
really?
This is why I'm saying it, because I've been mulling it over a lot recently. Because it goes one of two ways. Either it's going to be a competition for the QB1 spot.
Okay.
And we truly get to see how much Hurts has. Okay?
Yeah,
if Hurts comes out on top, he has a guy who's got a very similar play style to him that could possibly mentor him.
I agree.
And if Wilson wins out, then Hurts can sit back and watch and learn how to use his legs more effectively, how to use them to make space and get guys open. He can learn how to read the field better because Russell Wilson, he can read the field pretty damn good.
He can. Did you see him doing the Pro Bowl thing?
You think I watched the Pro Bowl?
No, it's a clip on Twitter.
No.
All right, but he didn't miss the target.
I mean, a quarterback that's got nothing but space in the pocket and there's no one around him. I would hope so.
The Eagles fans were eating that up on Twitter.
I mean, it was a quarterback doing a quarterback's job. Again, if you're under no pressure at all, except like a little bit of a time limit, you got no one rushing at you. Like, it shouldn't be that hard for someone at a decent level. But after finally mulling it over, I have finally decided to convert to the side where I would not be opposed to it, but I do not want to be losing out on all these first-round picks either, because these first-round picks are going to be huge for our future.
This is where I disagree. Phillies should get Adams and Rodgers can't get both.
No.
No.
We do not have the cap space to get both. In fact, we have the cap space to get maybe one good wideout in the offseason. And I would love to get Davante Adams, if I'm being honest. I feel like Davante Adams pairing up with Smith would be amazing.
Davante Adams and Devontae Smith.
Yeah, and Davante trouble, man. Double trouble.
It's a Devontae squared.
D squared. Just like D's nuts.
Pause. Ha. But I would really love Davante Adams, but Aaron Rodgers,
Honestly,
I'm like, if
There's
any team
no reason that we should not be coming away with at least a decent wideout coming out of this offseason. There are so many people that are possibly up for trade or up there in free agency that there's zero excuse for Roseman as to why we can't get at least a decent player.
Yeah. But the one team, Rodgers wants to go to California. So the Niners are looking good for Rodgers. Denver's looking good for Rodgers. But here's the thing. If Davante Adams stays in Green Bay, I feel like Rodgers is going to stay in Green Bay. It's like if Rodgers is out, Adams
in Green Bay.
Huh?
They can't stay in Green Bay, my dude. They have
because of the cap. I know.
Cap in the league.
No, the Saints are worse.
I said second worst.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I thought you deaf.
It's not my fault you didn't say that.
I did say that.
No, you didn't.
Mitchell is getting that old man hearing.
You did not say that, bro.
I did say it.
No, you didn't.
I 100% did.
No. You know what I did hear? I did
How
hear
bad you are at
I'm
everything.
better than you in chess.
Anywho, Michael Thomas, I'm expecting to possibly be up there for trade, but that would be a big sum. Davante Adams is definitely going to be leaving, along with more than likely Aaron Rodgers. Maybe Cowboys try and ship off Amari Cooper to try and make up some of that dead cap space, or make up for some of that cap space they're hurting with. Because I don't remember how long his contract was. I don't know how much of a hit that would be. In fact, let me see if I can find that out.
Yo, what's up, Jose Jalapeno on the stick? Oh, you didn't laugh at that? Wow.
See, Amari Cooper is under contract till 2024.
Don't even get me started on the Cowboys.
Well, because here's what I'm saying. The Cowboys are a good chunk of change over the cap. And they have a bunch of free agents that I'm sure they would like to try and keep. So it comes down to what will they give up to keep some of these guys. And Cooper is going to be turning 29 28 and 2022.
What's good,
So-
Vic?
Maybe they try and trade him off, try to get some first round picks out of him because they can get multiple first round picks out of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to say, what is this list of Cowboys players that are about to be free agents?
I can just call boys for life right now.
I'm pulling it up right now. I'll save you a little bit of trouble. So let's see here. So I already see a big name on there, Michael Gallup.
Gallup.
And Gallup honestly could be a high-end wide receiver 2 or even a low-end wide receiver 1 on almost any single team. And without Gallup, that wide receiver core is about to become a lot more shallow.
Randy Gregory is the only one I'm interested in, Vic said.
Randy Gregory is... I would like to have him on the defensive end. I don't know how expensive he'd be. Leighton Vander Esch. He's definitely an injury-prone linebacker, but when he plays, he's pretty fucking good. And I definitely don't think they re-signed him after they got that one linebacker from the draft, Micah Parsons. Dalton Schultz is about to be a free agent, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him walk. Connor Williams.
Okay. So why are we talking about Cowboys here?
Because I'm saying that they have a huge cap problem and a whole bunch of free agents, and a lot of these guys are guys they will not want to have walk. They do not want to have walk. So I'm thinking they might try and unload some players.
I would not even be surprised about Dak because a lot of people are telling me that Dak is not it.
I mean, they're stuck with him. There's no way they can afford to move Dak. It would be too much of a cap hit.
So we're basically done with the quarterbacks now, right?
Unless you want to talk about Garoppolo. And to answer your little question, they are 100% fucked with Dak.
I know.
It's a almost 34.5 mil hit next year, almost 45.5 mil hit the next year. Then it goes upwards to 48, almost 48.5 mil.
Right.
So, yikes. And he has a no trade clause.
Yeah, I know. So does Russell Wilson. So does Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Dak won't waive it like the other ones will. And Aaron Rodgers, I think his contract's actually just up. I don't think he's under contract after this year.
You want to hear something? This is what Uncensored and I were talking about the other day. I think it was on MK Lounge. If you don't know what MK Lounge is, it's just a chill call-in stream where we chat and chill. It's fun. A lot of people come in and we just shoot the shit. So,
I'm sorry, did you just plug on our show?
It's my channel. But anyways, Uncensored thinks that Carson Wentz is going to get traded. And Carson Wentz says it's going to Miami.
Carson Wentz to Miami. I don't know why he'd want to go to... I don't know why they... I know why they'd send to Miami. I don't think he'd play in Miami, though.
Miami's going to stick with Tua.
Oh, I've never seen this part of a contract before. Because you got me interested in what Carson Wentz's cap hit would be. Listen to this. He has multiple one-time bonuses in his contract for Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
If he wins NFL MVP, he gets $5 million.
No.
If he wins Offensive Player of the Year, he gets $5 million.
No.
If he can get to 3 Pro Bowls or 2+ playoff berths, he gets $6 million.
No.
And if he can win a Super Bowl with 70% of the snaps, he gets $5 million.
Bro, what?
I never knew that.
That is BS.
Now, I will say this. They do have a potential out in 2023 where they would get 0 dead cap.
You want to hear something funny, though?
What's that?
Just out of the blue, I really think Carson Wentz will go to Jacksonville now.
Not happening.
Come on, man. And
Yeah.
then let them get Nick Foles.
It's not going to happen.
Watch it does.
It
What?
makes 0 sense.
Why?
Because
Doug.
they already have their quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence, in my opinion, is overrated. I've been saying that.
Okay, cool. We'll see what happens next year and if you're right. But they're not going to do that. If anything, they just go back to the draft.
Okay. Strap on spelled backwards is no parts. Alrighty then. They need to put escalators in Carson Wentz's contract. Like if he throws more than 10 times a game, he can get his game check. I'm telling you, it would be funny. It would be funny.
It would be funny, but it's not going to happen.
I know it's not going to happen, but it's
You just said you thought it could.
I thought he could, but it would be funny.
Nah. What's
You
probably
know
going to happen
me,
is they're
I want a good laugh.
going to keep Wentz on the roster for at least one more year. Then they're going to use the potential out they have to cut their losses, and he'll be a free agent at the age of 31.
Yo, wait. This old helmet, you're new. Why don't you hit that subscribe button?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, no.
No.
I think Wentz is probably going to be turning into a journeyman backup after 2023.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because he went from having every excuse in Philadelphia to turning into the exact same thing he was in Philadelphia, but over in Indianapolis. And now all the Indianapolis fans get to have the fucking Civil War about what we had here in Philadelphia.
So, I'm going to bring this up. Do you think Jalen Hurts could do it? Because after the Bengals got into the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts called Devontae Smith right away. And he was like, yo, that could be us next year, dude. That could be us. But knowing Howie Roseman.
No. This is not a Howie Roseman thing. Because what the Bengals have taught us is that you do not need to have the best coaching. You don't need to have the best GM. Hell, you don't have to have the best players in every single position.
No.
You don't even need to have an O-line.
You need a kicker.
You need a kicker. You
and
need
a number one wide
a
receiver.
quarterback. You need at least a running back and 1 to 2 good wideouts. In my opinion, we have a great O-line.
We have the best
We
O-line.
have a decent quarterback.
Oh, you're going with decent.
Only reason I'm saying decent is because I'm still not a fan about how he's reading the field. That's my biggest drawback right now. If he
really, I'm shocked right now.
If he works on reading the field and he can just work a little bit more in the arm, I think he's up there. I still think he's definitely top 40 minimum. Fuck you, Phil Simms.
To me, he's top 20.
I think around that range, top 20 to top 15. But back on topic, we have at least one great wideout.
They didn't use him right.
If we can just get one more wideout, and if we just shore up that linebacking core and maybe even get some more help on that D-line, there's hope. But it's coming all down to, just like how it's been for this past season, it comes down to Hurts. If Hurts can put it all together, this team could make a run. But it comes down to Hurts. And he is the biggest wild card on the team, in my opinion, right now.
Yep. I would say the Bengals showed us that you go for the absolute best available, damn the position. And then Hurts needs to work on his timing. That is true.
That's true. Like, again, if he works
what's good, BRC?
he can just
How's it
work
going,
on
man?
the arm, and he works on bringing that field. Like, because I feel like the timing is there. Like, it might be a little off on some of the out routes, but it's there, I feel, for the most part. It just comes down to working on the power and keeping those long balls accurate. If he can work on that arm throw, add a little bit more distance into those throws and get them to those receivers accurately, this team could take off.
Right. Now, with Jalen Hurts, right? He had an ankle injury. You and I talked about this. Ankle surgery. He should be good by OTAs. Does this make you nervous? Because you know his best attribute is his running ability. To me, I made a video saying, like, I'm not worried.
The only thing that made me nervous is the fact that he waited till now to get the surgery. Because apparently he's been dealing with that for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know. So that's why he missed the game against the Jets with, what's his name? And then Gardner Minshew, Uncle Rico went in.
So what I think is going to happen is because I feel like what we saw the last few weeks of the regular season and the playoff game is Hurts at his absolute worst because he wasn't at 100%. But that also means come OTAs, come the next regular season, I don't want that as an excuse that, I hurt my ankle. I need you to show up, and I need you to show us, the city of Philadelphia, why we should trust you. We need to see what it is we took the entire year to wait for. And in my opinion, if he's as hard as a workhorse as they keep making him sound, as much as he keeps wanting to show us, I think he does it.
The one thing I love about Hurts, you guys in the chat can agree to me on this. He's a great leader because, look, a lot of the veterans stayed back because of him. And Jalen Hurts got the passion. He got the competition in him, the aggression in him. That's the difference between him and Carson Wentz and what Carson Wentz did for us. Like, whatever happened with him.
That's what if this kid can develop, we could be looking at the next Philly icon.
No, not when Joel Embiid is still there.
No, I'm going to say that, and I can back this up because you.
Oh hell no!
No, yes.
Fuck no!
Because this kid is putting in nothing but work every single day. He keeps saying he's going to make sure he's getting better, and if he actually can start to perform to the level he needs to, I think he does it.
Talk to me when he can carry a team like Joel Embiid right now with everything that Joel Embiid has.
Okay, right big difference. Joel Embiid can run the entire court by himself because there's only 4 other people on his team. Hurts cannot catch, throw, and run the ball.
God.
He can do 2 of those things. Unfortunately, Hurts is not fast enough to throw the ball and then go run down the field and catch it himself.
How do you know? He never tried.
You know what? Fair.
How do you know that? Looks like I want them to be fair. Because with Joel Embiid right now, we're in second place in the conference. And Tobias Harris has been like inconsistent. That bench has been inconsistent. The only person that's been stepping up along with Embiid is Maxey.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, we're going to talk about James Harden in a little bit.
Hurts has been throwing to one great wideout, one half decent wideout, and then a bunch of bums.
Okay. Should I bring up the Sixers bench?
Okay, and what I'm telling you is that Embiid has a better cast around him, starting wise.
Wait, you can hear me,
Starter
right?
wise,
Yo, seriously, you can hear me, right?
yeah.
Screw you. Go on.
But starting wise, Embiid has a better starting cast than Hurts does.
Starting cast?
Not including the O-line. I'm talking about the pieces that he actually interacts with.
So you're saying Embiid has a better starting roster compared to Hurts?
So I'm saying that not including the O-line. I'm talking about the people he mostly interacts with. So the wideouts and the running backs.
Tight end.
Okay, he has Goddard. Who else?
Exactly my point. I was going to bring this up. Should we get a second tight end?
Not a major priority. Goddard.
Because I think we should.
If we can find one for cheap, I'm all for it. But it's definitely not a high priority.
Dude, this season right now, the free agency class, look it up. I'm telling you right now.
Listen, we have to keep in mind what our actual needs are. Tight end, we still have a young stud. We do not need to go killing bank to make room for another tight end. We don't need two great tight ends. We need a good wide receiver core. We're not going to be going back to 2017 where we had two tight end sets. Or excuse me, 2018.
Oh, wait. Breaking news. Claude Giroux has been MVP of the 2022 All-Star Game.
Woo! Claude Giroux!
Finally, the Flyers did something.
That's the only good news we will get from the Flyers this season.
Say it again?
That is the only good news we'll be getting from the Flyers this season.
Coach needs to get Smith more involved with the offense.
Yes.
I said that before. I agree.
And I also agree there. But I also saying that if we get another wideout, it's also going to be a lot easier to get Smith involved because now it's not just going to be focus all of our attention on the Hurts because none of these other guys can fucking catch.
Okay. You
now
can't
it's
put down
going
Hurts.
to be
It's what
shit.
Howie
Now we
Roseman
actually have to
done.
plan around their wideouts.
Well, you can't put down Hurts because it's what Howie Roseman did.
I never said that was Hurts' problem.
I would say Embiid is working with less. Thank you.
I disagree.
I love you, bro. Wait, what?
I disagree.
Dude, without him on the floor, without even him on the roster, we're a lottery team. We're a playing team. I'll give you that. Joel Embiid is his whole freaking team. Jalen Hurts has Devontae Smith. He has the defense. He has
who?
Embiid is a monster. Thank you. Tyler speaking facts? Wow.
Thank you, Vic.
Oh, wow. Dude. Oh, my God. Good show and all, but wow.
I told you I'm going to start disagreeing with you more and more. This is just something that I actually disagree with you on that I actually feel full-heartedly about.
Finally!
It's about time you finally timed this shit with the show and not when we're off camera, you nerd.
The only thing we had this big of an argument about is when you said Ben Simmons was a good player.
Now, and I'm going to say this very carefully. Simmons can be a good player. He just chooses not to be.
Oh, my God. Oh, I'm weak. I'm dead. Oh, my God. But, there was some. So, secondary tight end, you say no.
It's not a need. We don't need a second great tight end. We can find a decent tight end probably somewhere in the draft. Or maybe even...
I would not even draft a tight end. I would not. We need to go defense.
And I agree with you there, but I'm saying maybe we could find with a mid to late round pick that's decent that we could use as number 2.
Okay, because our tight ends right now, with Jackson being out for he's done. We got Stahl, who I can see being a second tight end.
I don't want Stahl as the second one of them being
I
honest.
don't
Stahl
either.
more in the blocking game.
And then
in the
him and
passing
Richard
game.
Rodgers. Like, I feel like we need someone who can help with the blocking and catch. That's why I want O.J. Howard or Eric Ebron.
They're gonna be too much. That's the
No,
problem.
look
They're
at
gonna be
no,
too
dude, look
much.
it up right now. I'm telling you, look up the free agency class right now.
I'm not disagreeing that it's a good free agency class. I'm telling you that it's going to be too expensive to get them. They're going to want
Yes, we need an
starting money.
edge rusher. Hashtag trade up to get Hutchinson. Please.
Honestly,
David Njoku.
I'm
Fine.
going. Did you just say wrong because he said David and Joku?
No, I said fine. Are you really? I said fine.
But no, it's honestly, I don't want to trade up. Don't get me wrong. I would love to get Hutchinson, but I don't want to trade up. I would rather keep, like I keep saying, I want to keep my draft capital. I'd rather have my 3 picks because we're getting mid-round picks. 3 mid-round picks.
Yes, and I guarantee you,
can
Howard
get
Rosen
some
going to trade one away. I
absolute
guarantee you. If Kyle Hamilton is still on the board, I am taking him at 15. 16, I'm going with Tyler Lindenbaum, the center. Perfect. And pick 19. If he is there, I'm going with David Lloyd. If not him, Andrew Booth. Love that, BOC. Freaking love that. Tyler, you are speaking gospel right now.
Thank you, Vic.
Wow, Vic. Wow. I'm the one who introduced you both. Bruh.
Don't mean that he can't agree with me.
As an Ohio State fan, I would really love Aiden Hutchinson on this team.
Like I say, I would not be mad if we get Aiden Hutchinson. I just don't agree with having to trade up for him. I say we keep with our draft capital because this is going to be almost a once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity where we have this many first-round picks. And we have this many options with them. That's not something you're going to get all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
And
this is the
again-
best position we've been in forever.
And again, I don't want to keep on bringing this up. It's Howie Roseman drafting here.
Okay, cool. You can keep saying Howie Roseman's drafting. Howie Roseman's drafting. Guess what, my dude? Believe it or not, Howie Roseman, it is extremely difficult to fuck up a first-round pick. And I already know what you're about to say. Oh, he drafted fucking Rager. No, he fucking didn't. That was fucking Pederson's choice. He's the one that said he wanted Rager.
Show me proof.
I'm pretty sure there's an article saying
Show me
that
proof
he
of that.
wanted. I'm pretty sure he said himself that it was his choice to get Rager.
Show me proof of that, then I'll believe you. But should I bring up Whiteside? Should I bring up Dillard? Should I bring up Barnett? Should I bring up?
Hey, no. When Barnett isn't a fucking penalty machine, he's actually decent. And even coming out of college, he was predicted to be an actual decent edge.
All right, yo, we can go for like 5 more minutes, all right?
Okay,
It's
ready?
6:30
Let's see the guys. Let's see all these draft picks that Howie Roseman has.
Can you share the screen?
Yeah, well, give me a second. My fucking god damn it.
All right, we're gonna do this for 5 more minutes because I got something to do afterwards.
Okay.
But not a first rounder. Hutchinson will be another Mike Mamula. I really think Hutchinson can transform a defense. I really believe that. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Michigan diehard. I'm not just saying that. Oh! Tyler, it's your grandfather.
Oh, is he here?
It's a crazy grand.
Love you too, Grampy.
Wow, wait, what? All
Oh,
right.
you think I was making that up?
No, I saw the name earlier and I was like, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. But, yo, can you share screen that real quick?
Well, I'm trying to get his entire list up, but this is just a fucking top 10. I don't want a top 10. I want the actual list.
Yeah. So, you know what? As you're doing that, I want to bring up James Harden real quick.
Hold on. Okay, here we go.
You got it?
Motherfucker. This shit.
What are
Don't
you
stop.
doing?
I fucking ad blocker.
Ow. So, can I finish what I was about to say?
No.
Screw you. I'm going to finish what I'm about to say.
Fuck you. I'm about to share screen.
Fuck you. I'm about to say what I'm about to say.
Well, fuck you. No, you're not.
Yes, I am. James Harden.
No, you're not.
James
Ooh,
Harden.
now you ain't shit. Now you ain't saying shit.
Really? Okay. I just won't bring it up then. Huh.
All right, cool. So they selected John Hightower with number 168.
Oh, why
And
not
then, keep in
169?
mind, this is the guy who found Quez Watkins with pick 200.
Now, who is this?
This is Harry Roseman.
Yes, he drafted Watkins.
Also, let's not forget about that one tackle that the entire city of Philadelphia has fell in love with in the 7th round.
Mailata?
Yes.
Okay, what? That's
drafted
one in the
Mailata.
blue moon.
What else we got here?
What
Andre
website are you on, by
Dillard's
the way?
fucking is getting people wanting him.
What website are you on, by the way?
This is the Eagles Wire.
Ow.
Hassan Ridgeway, he was a decent D tackle that he found the 7th round. Let's not forget that we got Dallas Goedert in the 2nd round, and we also got Avonte Maddox, who is still one of our better corners, dash safeties when they put him back there.
I think he's going to be gone.
I think he's staying here at least another year or two.
I can see him another
look at
year,
this.
or I can see him gone.
233rd overall picks, Jordan Mailata.
Because no one knew about a rugby player. He took a chance and it finally worked. And I'm saying this right now.
He was a
Harry
decent
Roseman.
tackle when we got him.
I'm saying this right now. Harry Roseman needs to take more risks in the drafting. He does.
I just showed you multiple examples of him taking risks. What do you mean he needs to take more risks?
Because oh my God. I mean trading up. Most of those risks are trading down. I want him to trade up. Take a risk.
I disagree. This is the only time I will disagree about trading up. I think if we're trading these picks, we're trading.
No, I'm not talking about Hutchinson. I'm just talking about in general.
Must win against Wentz and Peterson in Dallas. Not wrong.
Wait, what?
He said we must win against Wentz, Peterson, and Dallas.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I got us winning. If we don't do better than 9-8, we have a problem. But yeah, go on.
But no, like if we're trading these picks, we should be trading them for a player of need and free agency. That is the only thing I will accept trading these picks for. If we are not trading them for a player of need, I do not agree with trading up. I think it is the wrong decision. I, again, fully agree. Hutchinson could be a huge game changer on defense. But why get one game changer for defense when you could potentially draft 3? You could get a great edge rusher. You can get a great linebacker and even find another good corner to pair up with Darius Slay. And if they re-sign him, Steven Nelson.
Steven Nelson's going to want more money.
I'm sure he will. But they can't afford to give him that.
All right. Last thoughts, and then I got to wrap it up.
Mitchell is wrong. I am right. Have a good night.
Tyler, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard about.
Yeah, you wanted final thoughts. I gave you the final
thoughts. That's not a good final thought.
You never said how to be a good final thought. You just asked for final thoughts. I gave you I'm giving
that's
you
the worst final thought you could ever think of.
You got the cold, hard facts from your boy.
So? Oh, my God. There's nothing. I think I won the Embiid thing.
I think we get Vic's opinion on that. I believe he said I was right, therefore I'm right.
BOC said I'm right, so I'm right. What the hell?
Nope, I like Vic more, so therefore he's right.
I'm agreeing with Ohio State fan as a Michigan fan.
Sucks to suck, loser.
Tyler,
Let me know when you guys win the national championship. Oh wait, you won't, because Harbaugh's still your coach.
you don't even watch college football, so you got no
I know,
worries.
but even I can tell Jim Harbaugh still chokes in the major competitions.
Talk to me when you play Rogue again.
I will, as soon as I get the $200 to get the internal expansion.
There gotta be a cheaper one.
It's directly from Xbox.
No, I mean on Amazon. There gotta be something cheaper.
No, because it only is compatible with stuff from Xbox.
Yeah, good. That's why I used to get a PS5.
You paying?
All right, guys, this was a good show. By the way, me and him, it's all love. Like, I've known this guy for 7 years.
Nah, screw that. All hatred and malicious intent.
I mean, we're not Eagle Camp. We're not the ones. Yeah. What are you? Who laughs like that?
That fucking elf from Legend of Zelda.
See, I knew it. But seriously, but look, it's all love. End of the day, he's my brother. Is he wrong? Yes.
No.
But, yes, you're wrong.
As the popular brother, I'm always right. That's
You're
right.
not the popular brother. No.
That's because when I'm on the channel, they love me.
Because it's the only time they get to see you.
That's because I make them love me, and then when they want me, they love me even more.
Ah, shit. God dang it.
Go hang out with your friend.
Yo, what's up? Hold on one sec, dude. Hold on. All right, I gotta end it. Yeah, guys, I'll talk to you later. I was gonna play something, but give me 5 minutes. All right, guys. Tyler, you got anything to say?
Mitchell is still